with you.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So Miami's starting group, Winslow and Bosch at the forward spots. Johnson is out there with Dragic, and it's Whiteside in at the center. Now here's Johnson. Back to Bosch. Johnson against Thompson. 5 on the clock. Shoots. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Oh, nice touch on the pull-up by Clay. I mean, just so many ways for him to score.
And here's Bosch for 3. Poke loose. Here's Winslow. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Durant kicks to McGee. They set the screen to the paint, off the pick, and it's Durant laying it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
That defense was awful. That was just pathetic. He should not be that wide open right near the bucket.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. It's Durant on the wing. And the shot goes down. Durant's got his second bucket.
Nice. Real simplistic. 3 shots, 3 makes. They're on a roll.
And with Steph winning another MVP award, the talk has now shifted from where he is as the best shooter of all time, Chris, to where he ranks among NBA greats.
Well, and Ray Allen put it best when he spoke about Curry compared to guys like Allen and even Clay. Curry, by far, in my opinion, is a combination of the best shooter with the best handles that we've seen in this league. Most shooters are just stand still, catch and shoot guys, drive them off the three-point line, force them to drive. With Curry, you got to pick your poison. He gets three-pointers the old-fashioned way as well, the and one.
Here's Green. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 5 points so far. Johnson from outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
I like that style. Lose 3 points, get them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
And that Golden State, as it goes out of bounds, Warriors retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pachulia comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Iguodala in for Draymond Green. The Heat also changing it up. Willie Reed, he's checked in for Bosch. Dion Waiters comes in for Winslow. And Ellington is subbed in for Johnson. Now Dragic after the missed 3 from Iguodala.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on the poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Arm's length from the hoop, he knocks it down.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Dragic against Curry. Here's the floater, and it's good on the way in.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Dragic against the bucket.
Oh, he's been basically perfect so far in this quarter, especially on offense.
It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic is running. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Really on the right plate defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Miami shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And some changes here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Durant. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. Now, here's Curry. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Don't forget about his playmaking. Kept his head up. Found his teammates all night.
And that one drops.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money.
Kicks it to Ellington. Pass to Magruder. From deep. Here's Whiteside. And that one's on target from the wing. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. Curry. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. You know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Yeah, really unselfish. The guys are in it for each other. I mean, racking up huge assist totals. Love to see the game being played this way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Reed out there with Dion Waiters. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Chris Bosh. The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Miami leading by 4. Here's Waiters. Pass to Magruder from deep three-point range. Tries again. West with some nice D.
He's usually very dependable from that range, but the D got themselves in that play and got him off kilter.
Stolen by Waiters. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And count it from 19 feet away. Reed's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat. Here's Golden State. They trail by 6. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that when they just had an inability on that day to make shots.
And that happens. You can run the sets you normally do, but the ball just won't fall through the net. On to the next one.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but DA, he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
And getting a quick head of steam, Iguodala beats the defense to the punch.
And the one thing you can't speak enough about, Chris, with this Warriors team is they aren't just an offensive team. They have one of the toughest defenses in the league, too.
Just look at their rosters. Defenders at every position. And it isn't just defenders that can slow down one position. They have guys like Clay and Draymond who can guard multiple positions. That means you can switch. The versatility allows them to match up with anyone while throwing out their small ball lineups.
Back to Reed. Passes to Johnson from deep three-point range. Here's Magruder. And too long on the shot. Warriors trail by 4. From past the arc. Here's West. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, he wasn't blocked out. He stayed with the play. You gotta love the effort.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
Yeah, and in front of a hostile crowd, maintain poise, discipline, all the things that tend to lead to a high field goal percentage.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. JaVale McGee comes in for Draymond Green. Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. It's Thompson in for Curry. Durant, that's good.
Oh, it just isn't his outside game you have to worry about with Durant. When he gets it in close, he rarely fails to convert.
There's Winslow. Miami no good on that time either.
Total breakdown on defense there, but fortunately he missed out.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Miami's gone 0-2.
Well, that's because of his quick burst off the floor, surprising the taller defender. Now that's a poster.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Count the basket. McGee's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Clark. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. McGee a screen. 2 on the clock. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Well, first let's talk about the pick. That was his late.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
Yes, sound fundamentals. Lots of patience that led to that efficient scoring effort.
The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Green is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Here's Curry. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, look at that. Just a mere flick of the wrist. So calm and smooth, Steph Curry.
And it goes out of bounds. Went off Dragic. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Heat.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
The Warriors trailing. McGee up top. He's covered by Whiteside. It's tipped. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Johnson. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Bosch. In transition, here comes Miami. Winslow wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, as we see, as soon as they get the ball, they're looking to run, and they are clearly a fast team out there.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Miami leading by 5. Johnson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The Warriors, 4th.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. And we've stayed here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen the Warriors become a powerhouse franchise, but sometimes great teams can overlook opponents. Coach Kerr takes a cue from Greg Popovich and talks about what he calls appropriate fear. Draymond Green explained, "You're not going to be scared or back down from anyone. You have appropriate fear, which just means respect them. Respect that they can beat you." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. It's always about focus. The Heat making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Green, no luck. And here are the Heat now. They're on an 11-3 run right now.
Now, for all the things he does on the floor, the one thing you keep coming back to with Draymond Green is his defense. He's just a spectacular defender in every sense of the word. There is a reason many feel he's the best defender in the league, or at least in the top 3.
Traps in the tray.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And again, Miami running the court in transition. Winslow dishes to Bosch. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And it's sent back by Bosch.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And with Draymond's defense, he's finished second in the Defensive Player of the Year awards a couple times now.
Think about this. With Draymond, it just isn't how he defends. It's also who he defends. He can honestly defend any player on the court, 1 through 5, and does it as well as anyone. He allows the Warriors to get away with so many lineups because they use him as a valuable defender who can switch off.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dragic. Hits from the high post. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Well, somebody needs to wake them up and tell them they need to put forth a much better effort on D if they want to get back in this one.
Curry kicks to Green. It's deflected. Outside Dragic. Sinks the triple. Dragic has got 15. 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Curry outside. The shot, no good. And Steve Kerr, this is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. A lot of length up front with Bosch and Whiteside in the middle. Johnson is out there with Wayne Ellington. And it's Waiters in at the 3, the small forward. No good from Durant.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Knocked away. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
They are really playing spectacular ball and crushing the hopes of their opponents. That's what you're supposed to do.
Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker, and I got a chance to play with him in Dream Team and other basketball-type settings. He was one of them. We also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I'd probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP. Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on a plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. Gary's he's the biggest trash talker I've ever met.
Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. Growing up on the west side of Detroit, I just, everybody in Detroit were Pistons fans. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny, Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game, I actually did it and was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me in high school, but as I grew older, his relationship meant a lot to me. So I can't thank, Isaiah and Rick Mahorn. I met those guys in high school. I can't thank them enough for their positive influence on me. Guys like John Sally and of course, Joe Dumars. So played for other teams, but as a fan, I always grew up Pistons fan.
Like that.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer Ellington, and again, Miami with the triple.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
Well, no one is stepping up and making them beat them off the dribble. Until that happens, they'll continue to burn you from there.
Well, the salary cap's skyrocketing this season and next season as well with all the new TV money. Chris, it's sure a good time to be a free agent, isn't it?
Oh man, I tell you what. I mean, it seems like every decade, the next decade, the players say, "Man, I wish I was born in that one." But I tell you what, the business of basketball is doing well thanks to the fans,
yes,
and thanks to the hard play and work of these players.
Well said.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. And what a huge standout performance it was for Dragic. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Now that appears to be lack of communication between those two. Just mistimed the pass altogether.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And then for Miami, Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Whiteside. Reed comes in for Chris Bosh. And Ellington is subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Here's Golden State now. 19-point game. Here's Clark. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a fair question. Looking at the clock, it appears they might be out of luck.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Ellington. Takes the 3. No good that time. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them.